Hi there, and welcome to the Everyday Entrepreneur Podcast, where I, Kaitlin Fritz, help you reach your entrepreneurial potential. Together, we can build your dream social impact business so that you can leave a legacy beyond your 9-to-5. Hi there, it's Kaitlin Fritz, and welcome to Everyday Entrepreneurship. Today, we are going to be discussing something that I think is the core to every social entrepreneurship business: the problem. Like Jay-Z said, there's 99 problems, but you can only solve one when it comes to your business. Now, businesses solve problems. Problems that people are willing to put their hard-earned cash to be solved. The difference between a business and a hobby is a business makes money. And most businesses fail because there's no problem or market need, i.e., someone invented something really cool that nobody asked for. And I'm here to share with you key things to think about when it comes to developing your problem, to developing the problem your business aims to solve. So I broke it down into 4 key elements, or really learnings that I think are important. Number 1, know where to look for problems. I know the world's a little bit crazy nowadays, and there's probably a laundry list of problems everyone aims to solve, but I like to put them into 3 buckets. There is the problems that affect people, the problems that affect planet, and the problems that affect purpose. So what I mean by the people problems are these are the issues that are affecting society and different groups. Maybe it's certain demographics having accessibility. Or maybe it's about groups of people who really need some sort of support, education, healthcare, or advancement in their lives. Now, when it comes to planet, I'm recording this in a summer heat wave, so hopefully you know our planet has problems. Yes, she does. And it's important. The planet problems are important because they relate to the carbon, the issues with our land, our water, our air, the way we are treating our Mother Nature. And then the last is kind of the one that people get a little iffy on. That's why I call it the purpose problem. There are problems out there that do not really fit in the people bucket, do not really fit in the planet bucket, but are truly valuable to our intrinsic motivation and mindset as a society. Purpose problems call into questions about fulfillment, upskilling, potential, changing families' lives. It's a little more abstract than a people problem. And guess what? Your business doesn't need to solve just one of these buckets. You might be solving an issue that falls into all 3 or 2 of these buckets of people, planet, and purpose. So think about an issue close to your heart and graft that on one of these 3 buckets, because that will help you with our next tip. The next key learning and tip is that if you're solving all of the problems, you're really combating none. For example, I've worked with some incredible climate tech entrepreneurs who want to solve global warming. But global warming is an umbrella problem hosting a myriad of other issues. Get specific. Focus on what specific element you want to solve relating to this issue. Research. Think about your own background. Think about your own passions and motivations. Niche down into not just climate change, but the specific effects of climate change on children with asthma. That is a focused problem we can work with. The third, fall in love with the problem, not the solution. Oftentimes we get really excited, and I've worked with really ambitious founders who jump to sketching out their solution, implementing some really cool technology or branding into their business. And I love the ambition, but stop and really chew on the problem, because guess what? Solutions will change, but your problem will remain the same. And if you don't know your problem inside and out, if you don't know your audience inside and out, then you might be developing a solution they don't want or need. And I know, especially in the early days, we can get really excited, get a little Canva crazy. I've been there myself. But take that time to pause, as difficult as it may be. And the fourth and last tip is get out of the me universe. Oftentimes, we solve problems we see. I've worked with founders who said, this is a problem for me, so it must be a problem for other professionals in my industry or other students on campus. I'm here to tell you to take a few steps back. Look outside your friends, your family, your clients. Venture out of the me bubble to see if there is validation that this is real, and real for a sizable population. Once again, we're not solving the problem for everyone, but if you are only solving the problem for left-handed gingers based in London, that's probably too specific of a problem. That's probably not a large enough problem to solve. So if we take a look back, remember that businesses solve problems. You can find these problems by investigating issues facing people, planet, or their underlying purpose. Remember that we have to focus, because we cannot solve a laundry list of problems. We need to combat a specific one. And guess what? We are going to be attached to that problem throughout the business building journey. So really embrace it, learn from your audience, get to know and be the expert. And last but not least, when you're ready, venture out of the bubble. See if this is an issue for a sizable audience. Those are my 4 key tips when it comes to investigating the problem you want to solve. Now, some of you might be listening and say, Kaitlin, I have no clue what problem I want to solve. And guess what? That's fine. I want you to take a step back and look at the various things that really bug you to your core. In fact, I've developed this free little worksheet for you to map out some of the issues that might be close to your heart, some of those pain points that you face on a day-to-day business, or maybe hurdles you've seen in your own family tree. In this worksheet, you can look at your professional, personal. You can look at your professional and personal backgrounds and where some of those core problems you might want to solve lie. And guess what? Like I mentioned in episode 1, this problem solving is a process. You might face a different problem later on in your entrepreneurial journey that you want to solve. And that's totally okay, because all of these skills are transferable. So if you want to download that worksheet to really uncover what problem you want to solve, DM me uncover, one word, and I'll be able to shoot that over in your Instagram DMs, or check out the show notes to download it today. Once again, I'm so excited to have you here, and I look forward to hearing what problems you guys are solving. Until next time, this is Everyday Entrepreneurs. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Everyday Entrepreneurship. To stay tuned and most up to date, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. You can follow me, Kaitlin Fritz, on Instagram. And if you have any questions about building your business with impact, drop me an email with the link in the show notes. This podcast is produced by the great people at the Podcast Boutique. I look forward to catching up with you next week. See you then.